Hey guys, what's up? Absolutely Beast, and I'm finally bringing you the race that I've wanted to bring you for so long, for so many months. This is the Renault RS17, the F1 car in Forza 7, and this is on Sebring, which is my favorite track, and so I decided I'd bring you this. Now, before I get into this video, I want to say I have not doctored this footage in any way, shape, or form, and it is extremely clear to me that I'm going to have to turn the HUD shake off immediately. I want you guys to pay attention to how unbelievably gross and unimaginably overpowering this HUD shake is. First of all, this car's fairly hard to control. It's a little bit twitchy, and I'm used to driving these slower cars, so keep that in mind. But check out the amount of HUD shake, dudes. I can't even tell you what it's like. I really can't. It absolutely made me sick to my stomach. I normally would wait until the end of the night. I mean, look at the screen right now. Look at this. I would normally wait until the end of the night to record this voiceover, but I have to record it right now because my emotions are running so high from running this race. I can't believe the HUD shake. I can't believe it. It's not even like, oh man, it's kind of bad. Like, it is absolutely intolerable. In fact, I understand that some of you are maybe not even going to be able to watch this video. It's so bad. And honestly, I got a headache after one race with this thing, and it was only like a 10-minute race. So, I mean, pay attention to this when I'm on the straight. Look at this. Watch it. I mean, look at how bad that's shaking. Oh my unbelievable goodness. Like, watch especially when I come into these, like, slatted areas right here. These are, like, real big pads, like concrete pads. Check out this shake right here. Look at this. Oh my frickin' F, dude. I can't even believe it. Yeah, I just said that because I don't want to curse. Dude, I can't believe how horrible it is. It is unbearable. So, other than that, this car is crazy. The shifting is crazy for me. I'm going to have to make a tune and take a couple gears off because I cannot get used to these higher gear box style things. But I mean, dudes, really, seriously, the shaking on the camera is so incredible. Not in a good way. You know, it's bearable on the lower classes. In fact, I actually like it in lower classes, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to turn it off. And if all I do is race this game, I don't know that I could race even another race with it on. And like I said, that's why I had to record this voiceover now, because I'm truly astonished, like just absolutely blown away. There's only on this track with this car, there's only 33 people in the Americas who have raced it. So, even though I'm number 16, it puts me in like the top 43%, which looks like a terrible number, but then I realize only 33 people have done it. So one of the people up there is a guy on my friends list, who I used to play with, and then the guy in second place is actually a really well-known guy from Forza 5. And I never really saw him much in Forza 6, but he was extremely well-known in Forza 5. He was one of the most downloaded tuners in that game, and he's up there at number 2, but I'm honestly... like, I'm totally taken aback. I mean, look at this shake, dudes. I know I've said it a few times, but look at this. It is, like, overpowering is not even a strong enough word. It is game-breaking. Like, I can't imagine somebody wanting to play with this on in this class. Like, oh my unbelievable Lanta, dude. So I may try normal first and see what that does for me, because normal can definitely... I'm pretty sure normal could take it down a little bit, but I'll have to see. I mean, I can't... Right here, I mess up this turn like 5 times in a row. So many times in a row. It's very hard to, like... The one thing that you don't get with these cars is the same thing that, you know, that you do when you drive a car in real life. Like, you have to get used to the car. You have to feel out the car, so, like, you're not going to be able to do anything right away. So, like, it's hard to anticipate how quickly the car's going to catch when you turn the wheel. How long it's going to, you know, push before it catches, if it's going to catch right away, if it's going to turn in right away. It's kind of hard to know, and the one thing that I didn't like about the Lotus in Forza 6 was that it was super twitchy, and so as soon as you touch the stick just one way, it would just jerk to that side, and this car's honestly a little bit like that, but I could see this thing being incredible fun to drive. I love the sound. I also didn't like the sound on Forza 6. That was one of the things I didn't like, but this thing sounds brutal. and it looks awesome. I love it. It's so much wider. Obviously, they have the bigger tires and stuff this year. I think they're 405s in the back, 405 millimeter tires, which, in case you didn't know, something like a 355, if you saw it, I mean, that's like a Lamborghini Aventador's rear tires. Like, they are gargantuan. The girth, to quote the Stradman, the girth is incredible. But to think that these cars have 405s, I mean, I can't even. But the car looks so much wider, so much more aggressive. It does handle really well. I'm not used to the car at all, so it was giving me some trouble. I started to pick it up toward the later laps. That was one of my faster laps right there, actually, though. But like there, I figured out that turn right there in 6. But man, this thing rocks. It was so worth the wait. You know, I've been racing all these other classes, and I was racing the GTR today, the GDI, and I love it. So yeah, I mean, I love that. I was racing the longer races. Again, I was like falling asleep though in the middle of the races. So I actually, believe it or not, I think the HUD shake actually has something to do with that for me, because when I'm racing, like, I'm starting to doze off, and then I'll pause the game, and immediately I'm more awake, and I can sit there for a couple of minutes and not doze off. But as soon as I start racing again, I start dozing off. So I don't know if it's the HUD shake, I feel like has to have something to do with it. I mean, the weather's changed here recently, so it's a lot colder now, but, so it's just, there's always that weird, like, transition when weather changes, but, I mean, I really think the HUD shake has something to do with this, almost like a lulling effect, and then you couple that with the controller. Anyway, I don't know, maybe I'm just a psycho. Well, I mean, I'm definitely probably a psycho, but, so yeah, so, I mean, car's worth it. I didn't think I'd be able to afford it this quickly. I probably wouldn't have been able to till tomorrow, but because I'm in the VIP, a lot of people have been freaking out because the VIP in previous years for Forza has given you double the credits for the whole game, and they did not do that in this game. It does not work that way. It's a limited use thing, so you get these 5 cards, and you can use those 5 cards. Oh, see, that was close right there. I almost hit that wall. So you can use those 5 cards whenever you like, and each one gives you added bonus, like 100% bonus credits for 5 races. So that's what I was using throughout the GTR thing. I extended the race length and then using that, and I was getting about 115, 120,000 credits per race. But when I got on today, it must have been some sort of feedback that that Turn 10 had. And just so you know, if you hear my car stuttering a little bit, it's because I actually damaged the engine. I forgot to mention that in my video yesterday. I was talking about the tires, but when you're racing with full simulation damage, if you're real aggressive with your downshifts and you downshift too quickly, you can actually hurt the engine, and then the engine starts to stutter a little bit, and you'll notice that. Basically what it sounds like is I'm lifting off the throttle for a quick second and then getting back on it. It's just sort of like, it's like, it just does this weird stutter thing. And so yeah, anyway, I damaged the engine on this. You have to be real careful with your downshifts and time them appropriately, not downshift too quickly. And like I said, I'm not used to 8 gears, so I definitely did damage the engine. So you hear that the rest of this lap, and then the final lap, it gets much worse. And the tires were starting to go too around lap 4, so these tires wear out faster than the previous tires do. These have, these only have, like, you can see them right there. If you look at my little HUD next to my speed, you can see they're already like greenish yellow. So you really only get 8 to 10 minutes out of life out of these tires, whereas the tires on the GTR, at least, I was getting 12 minutes out of, maybe. And of course, it depends on how aggressive you're driving and if you're using traction or not. I am using traction and ABS, so that's a good help. But yeah. So anyway, the VIP seems to be some sort of response to the freak out that's been going on about people buying the thing. Because honestly, I would say if I wasn't on here making videos for you guys, it totally would be a ripoff to buy the Ultimate Edition. There was no benefit other than me getting to play it 5 days early. But that's an incredible benefit because now here we are, basically the second day it's out, and I already have the Lotus, which took a lot of grinding to get here. But man, this car is incredible. It really is. It's I can't wait to drive it more, honestly. But I'm gonna have to make a couple changes. I'm gonna have to go in and fix the HUD thing because it's unbelievable. It's unbearable, guys. The motion sickness that you get from this is just incredible. Like you may not catch it at quite as much on a monitor. I mean, you can still see it pretty drastically, but I play on a 55-inch TV, and it is ridiculous. Like the the effect that it gave me almost made me queasy. Intense. So, anyway, glad I could finally bring you guys this race. I'll have to mess with it soon, and then I'm going to have to start messing with the tuning soon, too, because I can't do this 8-speed thing. I'll have to start messing with that, at least change the gearbox up, and then leave all the handling characteristics the same for now, and then slowly work my way into it. But I need to get used to the car first before I start making changes. So, anyway, thank you guys. Really appreciate you watching this and checking it out. Make sure you check back soon for another video. And make sure you subscribe if you like my content. And yeah, so with the Xbox One X launching here in a few weeks, my quality is going to drastically improve at 4K 60 recording. And then I have a nice new studio mic that I got that I'll be hooking up within the next couple of weeks and figuring out how to use. So everything should be a lot better quality coming up soon. So thank you guys for sticking around till the end of it. Appreciate it. Catch you another time. Thanks, guys.